Anyway, we're loading right into this match. We are on Night Market. It's going to be a fun one. Spicy Takis in red, as usual. They do have blue Takis, though. Apparently, Vodible was munching on those at the CECC finals. I want to know what he thought about those Spicy Takis as well. We got Aimee banned and the Rune ban as well. So let's see who we're going to pick right here. We got two Lunas on the side of AGA.
Sure, I mean, they can't play two Lunas at once, but we'll see what ends up getting locked. It is Gengur locking the Zentaro goalie again. The one of the players that played it for us last week decides to pull it out again this week. That has to mean that, like, Super Surge is one of our starter awakenings here. So I imagine we'll see that in a moment. Of course, rounded out here, Pyrooni on the Juno, also a fantastic pick that we saw them play last week. And now Nervuh rounding out the lineup with the Luna forward, which you've seen come out in full force tonight, Dylan, and pumps out so much damage.
I'm loving seeing this new meta, seeing Luna on the main stage as well. I'm loving seeing people just go out and try these new comps and these weeklies and see if it all works out. So it's going to be very interesting heading into the Pro League Invitational this weekend. So we're off. AGA taking off the first strike. And look at the Luna, just absolutely blasting around the map. Taking a page out of Danny DeVito's book and just starting to blast out here. Looks like Pyrooni with the slimes trying to get an advantage here, trying to grab a shield barrier. You're seeing that eject button come out as well. I don't think we saw the awakenings, or we may have. I'm just blind. But one of the AGA shield barriers is gone. Spicy Takis as well, getting the revenge. SpookedAlter grabbing that invisibility, and we'll grab the second barrier here. Looks like Frames. Oh, no, I thought Frames was going to go in for it, but SpookedAlter on the Jakar, taking it home 1-0.
Yeah, Gengur doing his best with the Oni blade there on the back line, as now we see the awakenings come up. Egoist, extra special, happy stars across the board, folks, coming in for this one. And look, it was underrated at one point, but having that additional special cooldown at your disposal is going to be huge, especially for things like the Luna Goalie, the Maelstroms coming out of the era, and even the Juno with her ability to pump out all of the slimes. And then Gengur, of course, on this Zentaro goalie as well. Ooh. That Oni blade can pull out a couple of saves there.
I mean, as long as these players on AGA can stay alive, Pyrooni taking a bit of damage, Rexark looking a little worse for wear. Both goals are open, so it's anyone's game at the moment. Frame's gonna burst in there, get some damage, and come back. That's just Luna ping pong, but it just goes right back to Spooked, and it's a little spooky out here. The stars are aligning.
Yeah, SpookedAlter to put that one away. And look, the lock and load has quite a bit of potential with that shotgun, right? Its ability to cover a wide range of angles and clears is going to make things difficult for Gengur to try to send this core around. And now trying to dash in again, but can't seem to get the momentum rolling here for AGA.
Absolutely. I mean, AGA is trying to get this momentum rolling, and it kind of does work out in the moment. Their goal is open, and oh my goodness, the Luna is out. So Spicy Takis at the man disadvantage. AGA needs to capitalize within the next 6 seconds for any of this to come to fruition. And the slime, Pyrooni bowling it in, and that's a good point there for AGA to kind of regain some momentum.
Yeah, huge Blobbo coming out there. Was starting to get a little bit worried because the passing play couldn't come in. And the other thing for this AGA composition is they don't have a lot of traditional scorers, right? They don't have someone that's going to be sitting right in front of the net trying to stuff things back, pick up those goal barriers, and things of the sort. And so we'll see if Pyrooni can start to fill that role when they have their Blobbos at the ready. And you see them already starting to lay them down on the pitch.
I mean, they're everywhere. They are big and mighty, and you got to let the AI take some advantage here. Hopefully that could work out in AGA's favor, as they do have it spooked, a little bit spooked at the moment. A few hits away from falling off the map, but this core is going absolutely insane right now. Little chip in there for Pyrooni, and we're tied up in this first set.
Able to find the response there. And remember, folks, For those of you that might be a little unfamiliar with Omega Strikers, the Juno has the ability to redirect the core with the Blobos. If the Juno strikes at the same time, the core will go to the same direction that the Juno strikes out of those Blobos. Exactly what Pyrooni does there to find the top corner, and well done. That's the staple of a tried and true Juno player here, coming in full force and already getting one goal barrier, but without those Blobos coming in, we'll see if they can actually find the second as the Crater comes out as well.
Crater's really helping at the moment, and Spooked again low as bones here. Grabbing a goal barrier though, so it looks like Frames is doing some good offensive work, but oh no, blundered, and Imee panicked emote coming out, knew that was a mistake, and that will be tough for Spicy Takis to recover from. AGA taking the first set, and let's get right into the Awakenings draft.
Yeah, you know, I talked a little bit about the fact that there weren't many stuffing tools. Well, the good news is you don't need many stuffing tools or traditional scores to get around the Luna once those goal barriers have gone down and once the core goes to the opposite side of the pitch. Pyrooni in the right place at the right time and gets rewarded with the hot shot. A fantastic awakening here for the Juno. Allows those Blobos to hit the core just that little bit extra harder. It is going to make it that much harder to predict on the goal line.
The stacks on stacks from the Zentaro here looking pretty good for the goalie. But, yep, and the stacks on stacks going to the opposing Luna Frames here. Pretty decent draft. I think AGA can stay with their pedal to the metal at the moment, and it looks like they will. They already have a goal barrier down to 2. Nervuh just coming in and grabbing that. She's tiny, but she's still mighty, and she's going in. What the heck is Gengur doing? Going from goal to goal and slicing and dicing? Who do you think you are, man? Gordon Ramsay?
The eject button Zentaro goalie at its finest right here. Gengur piloting and championing this striker to the maximum in the goalie position. And now Pyrooni starts to get involved. Jump forward. No, that one will go just wide. There's the core flip out of Gengur, who's in position to send it back. And AGA, as you mentioned, still pedal to the metal. They've gone 4 straight goals in a row.
I'm sorry for questioning the eject button goalies in Taro. I mean, I'm seeing the magic unfolding in front of my eyes. I need to try some of that in ranked if I can. That'll definitely help me out in the silver section, maybe. I'm not too sure. Do I have the skill? I've got no idea, but these players sure do. As Gengur is defending this goal, can't really get that goal barrier down though. So you got 1 goal barrier on each side. Still a pretty even matchup. Spooked, getting also spooked, maybe a little scared as he's falling in the shield department. Definitely needs to shield up a bit more, but grabs another shield barrier for Spicy Takis on the offensive. Need to make something work here, and oh my goodness, they almost did! But Gengur with the amazing save, that blade helping him out. He is one with it. He's going to send this up right to Pyrooni, and maybe these slimes can slime up. Little Globos making sure something happens. Spooked, doing a little bit of ping pong, and it's not enough. Frames getting the goalie goal, boosting up, tying it up 1-1.
Huge rocket coming in there, and the other critical part is Frames still has that energy burst at their disposal as well. Most of the time, I'm anticipating that the Luna's going to save this for the defensive opportunity, that get-out-of-jail-free card to save one of those barriers, but also with this boost does have the potential to make some chaos happen. In fact, I was surprised not to see that in one of those earlier opportunities, but doesn't matter. Can send it away with the rocket nonetheless, and look at this. The Spicy Takis starting to respond, but no, Pyrooni takes care of both goal barriers in the interim, and it's Gengur dashing forward, but can't find the core. It'll find the net nonetheless.
You were just saying it. Use it in the last moment. Even though that goal barrier did go down, it absolutely just ricocheted off the side there, getting that goal. And man, that core flip right there, that energy burst really helping out Frames and Spicy Takis. They need to get another point here back in this set. Core flip coming out from Gengur, trying to make things work at the moment. Nervuh boosting up to the very top, getting into a prime position to try and deflect onto one of these goal barriers. Frames not having a whole lot of it. Rexark also not having a whole lot of it as well, helping with the defense in the back line there. We're at the good goal barrier advantage right here.
Crater coming out as well, and I'm paying special attention to those craters, particularly coming out of Nervuh on the side of AGA with heavy impact as well. Those will hit that much harder in addition to having that extra special up with that reduced cooldown. These craters are going to be coming around quite often for Nervuh, but now goal barrier is down as SpookedAlter starting to get in position. There's the core flip, not going to be able to connect and find the pass as that gets interrupted by the Oni blade. Crater comes out again, and now there's two people on the offensive. Gengar's forced to go back with the eject button timer. There's the core flip comes out, but it gets stuffed back the other direction, and there's the boost to send it back from Frames.
Frames absolutely carrying this last set. 2 goals, 1 long range, 1 short range. That eject button really helping out the Luno here. And we're tied all up in this matchup. Let's see if AGA can grab some awakenings and turn their fates around here. You got the super surge, the missile propulsion. I'm pretty sure that missile propulsion is going to be taken, yes, by this Luna here to take it away from the other Luna. Good prime time from the Juno there. Of course, we got to clap that up. It's Prime Time Tuesday. You got to take it when it's up.
Well,
Aerials there from the era. Yes.
The other thing I'll say about that prime time is we've seen Pyrooni have so much of an impact with that primary, with that toss of that Labo to get that into position, potentially in a scoring opportunity or what have you. But that has proven to be a very useful tool, is something that can come out pretty fast in order to actually find those goal scoring opportunities. So I have to imagine incredibly satisfied picking that up.
Absolutely, and just look at this. It's not really helping right now, but looks like both goals are open at the moment. Oh my goodness, the Drakar trying to grab that invisibility, and oh no, full team goal. See you later, Zentaro, and that's just a tap in there from Frames.
That's the Crater coming out in full force again. And hey, look, its ability to continue disposing that area. And when the Zentaro goalie burns its cooldowns, it doesn't have that ability to keep the core on back. As you see Gengur once again dashing in, looking for something on the offensive side. But no, doesn't get a goal barrier for the trouble. That's the gambit that they're running a lot of the time, is they can have 3 members forward at some of the time. They'll certainly try to use it. Now, looking for the other goal barrier. Gengur dashing in, not able to find any value for now. It's going to go right back down to the speed boost here. Core flip, used. Pyrooni doesn't connect with it for the empowered strike and still can't find the goal barrier.
Just found it as well. A little bit of a caster curse there. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. That was a nice defensive use of the core flip as well. That energy burst really helping out, not keeping that on that side. But I don't think Spicy Takis is having any of it. They are going full force, these two forwards, trying to get the goal barrier down, and they will. So let's see if Frames can do anything cool. Nervuh going to come up and give a little slap to the opposing Luna. Pyrooni is going to try to use these slimes and the prime time ability to get this into the goal, but both these teams absolutely duking it out. Oh, a nice stop there, but it's not enough. SpookedAlter shooting that core right into the goal there.
Yeah, the properties of the Oni blade, once it actually stops that core, it doesn't actually take very long before that final strike comes out, sends the core away, and especially if you've got something like that lock and load at your disposal that SpookedAlter has with this Drakar, all of a sudden it's going to make your scoring ability that much easier. So you see this positioning come in from SpookedAlter be quite that big of a deal. And now we'll have to see if he's going to be able to dodge around all of the damage that's going to start coming his way. As we saw earlier, the second that he started racking up a lot of damage, that Drakar's forced to back on away. But for now, it's actually Nervuh and Pyrooni taking most of the damage on the side of AGA.
Gengur trying to clear with the core flip there, but it just doesn't work out. It looks like these two, the Era and the Drakar, on the offensive here. The entire AGA team in the goal trying to help Gengur, doing some great work there. The Luna is low. See you later, Zentaro. And this is looking really bad. Now, the other goal is open. This could be someone's shot here, but it's not going to happen. SpookedAlter winning this set 3-0 on the side of Spicy Takis, and they're up 2-1 in this set so far. One more, and they're into the semifinals.
I tell you what, that was scary, but Frames made the definitive choice to give away the goal barrier and slowly pass it up to Rexark there, which is probably the right call. And now it's going to be SpookedAlter taking this first one, picks up the twin drive here, most likely as a denial away. It's going to be okay for the Drakar, but in fairness for the Drakar, there also isn't a lot that you'd want up here. Maybe you want rapid fire, but all of the same, the Drakar going to be happy to take away that twin drive, especially from Gengur, who has been dashing all over the place across the entire pitch.
A real nice deny there as well, and could have helped Spooked's offensive capability as well, as he's just right there in front of the action as the forward. And we're just seeing a lot of back and forth here. Looks like Gengur again teleporting up to the front. 2 goal barriers down, and AGA has the advantage. Sorry, I'm burping. This juvie is hitting hard right now. Looking like SpookedAlter grabbing another goal barrier. Rexark trying to heal up, get this team, these other guys, real tiny. Oh, nice little boost there, and the slime diff from Pyrooni gets the opening goal in this set.
Pyrooni played that round so well, all the way back to taking both goal barriers, sending it around 2 members of the Spicy Takis in order to do just that. And again, keeping control and possession of the core. That's exactly what the name of the game is when you're a Juno player. And look at this, all of a sudden the Oni Blade comes out of Gengur to find the second goal barrier as well for AGA.
AGA looking good, and oh my goodness, Pyrooni just grabs it in. There's not a whole lot for me to say. They are looking good in this fourth set. Or fourth set. I can't count. I'm not a math major.
It's fourth. No, it's fourth. You were right. You were right first time. But hey, look, other thing along with this, right, is it's interesting to see so many responses back and forth. This power play opportunity here for the Spicy Takis, looking to try to stay alive in this fourth set. SpookedAlter, though, can't quite seem to find the final barrier with that lock and load. Gengur still able to send it away, but there it is. Finally comes out for SpookedAlter. Goes invisible for a moment, not able to find it. Pyrooni trying to pass it up to themselves. No, doesn't go in, and now SpookedAlter is there to send it right on back. We're seeing the Spicy Takis trying to take the match here.
And it's going to be a very interesting one. Spicy Takis need to heat up, but AGA might just have that 2% milk difference. Try to bring it back as they're up 2-1. Could send this to a proper game 5. Pyrooni with the bounce, not going to work out. 1 goal barrier down on the side of AGA. Man, this Drakar's looking a little different, a little too spooky at the moment. He's doing the shotgun, using that, but I don't think Nervuh has anything to say about that. Defending this goal with a nice rocket there. Looking like the... Oh, man, the Crater comes out, deflects it. Good goal work from Frames. Nervuh coming in. Oh, my goodness. And that's another goal barrier down. It looks like Spicy Takis coming back after these first 2 goals. And look at how unpolished everything is on this other side. I mean, oh, my goodness. 2 goals. Pyrooni, the slime difference. Calling Nickelodeon, get in there. But, oh, no. Gengur wasn't there. And we're all tied up. So, somebody's going to take this set. It's either going to be a semifinal advance or game 5.
As it turns out, the dash strike of the Zentaro does not leave an eject button back for you to dash back to. Gengur can't quite seem to find the angle there, and now is starting to come up with this Oni Blade. But no, the Maelstrom is able to find both goal barriers at once. Able to do that, and now opportunity here, especially with SpookedAlter having the energy burst. Gengur, good use of that, sending it back to the bottom side. But now Maelstrom comes out, keeps possession here for the Spicy Takis, who will take the match and send themselves to the semifinals.
They were just too hot to handle, and the palette of AGA, much like my own, is very white, so it didn't really handle Spice that well. I'm joking. I handle Spice great. What do you mean? I grew up in New Mexico. We eat green chili with everything. I just wanted to make a funny joke. Anyway, let's take a look at the stats. The real joke would have been my
appetite then.
Yes, I didn't want to insult you. I didn't want to insult you.
Go ahead.
You know?
Go ahead. I'm
not going to.
I'm from the Midwest.
It's okay. It's okay, bud. It's fine. Everything's good. You've been the punching bag way too often. I think I should have deflected some blame there. But you know who was the punching bag? Oh, no. Dude, it's just Rexark going in here. Look at this. Okay, so 15k damage on the side of SpookedAlter. Good stuff there with 7+2 goals. It just was not enough. On the side of AGA, though, Pyrooni absolutely carrying. It just didn't work out in their favor.
But the thing that stands out to me the most out of Spicy Takis is Rexark on the 8 assists. Nearly every single goal that was scored ended up going over to this era. And we were talking so much about the Juno's ability to control the core in the midfield. That's also what Era wants to do when she's not busy buffing up or shooting out that Maelstrom or what have you. All she wants to do is continue feeding the core on forward, exactly on up to SpookedAlter there, and SpookedAlter was able to come up with plenty of goal barriers and goals as a result. So fantastic work there, and I'm excited to see what the Spicy Takis can do as things continue to heat up in this bracket.
And heat up they will. I mean, if you look at both of their Lunas, it both had 20k damage on the goalie position, not the goalie position, sorry, one goalie, one forward. But it was still a lot of damage being dished out from Luna. So I'm loving seeing this Luna play. It's really, really interesting. And I think we're going to see a little bit more of it next up. I think we might have a caster substitution, or you're just stuck with me and Kbot. No matter what happens, don't go anywhere. The rest of Primetime Tuesday West is coming up next.